and I will. But I need to reclaim the self I once was, the one I left with Dr. Kohl, if I'm going to avoid the third-degree burn I suddenly want so badly to imprint on myself. At home, untouched in the attic all these years, is the fat file Dr. Kohl kept during my treatment. Each of our sessions written out in dialogue, along with his notes to himself. He copied the documents and handed them to me when I departed. I've left the radioactive pages untouched all these years. Now I need them to take me back to my younger self, the one who would make her mark and cover it with transparent Band-Aids, long sleeves, and anything she could find to keep her secrets. 11/11/2012. A note on the text. I have written this memoir using all evidence at hand, including files of physicians' notes, hospital records, and my own journals. I've quoted from these documents verbatim. Some include grammatical and spelling errors that I've retained for accuracy. I have changed the name of my psychiatrist and several identifying details to preserve his anonymity. Part 1. Oh, damn well it hurts. Certainly it hurts. What's the trick then? The trick, William Potter, is not minding. Harry Fowler as William Potter and Peter O'Toole as T.E. Lawrence in Lawrence of Arabia. To cease utterly, to give it all up and not know anything more. This idea was as sweet as the vision of a cool bath in a marble tank, in a darkened chamber, in a hot land. Henry James, The Portrait of a Lady. Pain has an element of blank. It cannot recollect when it began, or if there were a day when it was not. Emily Dickinson, The Mystery of Pain. Chapter 1. Kid Gloves. First degree. A superficial burn of the epidermis. Grazing the bare forearm against a hot baking sheet loaded with sugar cookies might cause such a minor infliction. First heal in days and leave no scar. Baby stuff. At the other extreme, the most severe fourth degree extends through the epidermis and dermis, damaging the subcutaneous tissue, including muscle and bone. House on fire and no way out bad. This meanie requires excision, a word as hideous as the procedure, cutting away and removing dead flesh and damaged bone, only to repair the gap with grafts of healthy skin harvested from elsewhere on the body. At the upper middle of the order settles the fetching moderation of the third. It destroys the epidermis and much or all of the dermis beneath, but no muscle or bone. Yep, 3 is my number, although I do flirt with upper seconds in weaker moments or when rushed. I've done a lousy job before, and the proof of it is in no end of pain. Second-degree burns hurt. It's a problem creating its own reward as I go back in to fix things up. Thirds and fourths can be done with a lit cigarette, if you try. It's all about the prolonged action of any intense form of heat. That cherry glow produced by a puff on most factory-made cigarettes produces roughly 900 degrees of heat. A smoldering cigarette hovers around 400. The royal tell is not just a loss of sensation, but an unmistakable, leathery, hard yellow-brown surface. Snakeskin boots, alligator hide belt, kid gloves. Getting there takes holding the cigarette in place until the pleasure's spent. No less than one cigarette.